Well, hello there. Welcome to the video. So, I was recently given 4 Xbox One original consoles to sort of give a bit of a clean to, check they were working, see if there were any problems or issues with them. And I was given them by the owner of a gaming lounge. It was my kid's birthday party. We sort of got talking. I told him about my channel and that I fixed certain items, or at least clean stuff up and maintain my own consoles. And I made him an offer. I said I'd be more than happy to have a look at anything that you've got that's broken or in dire need of a clean or restoration or anything like that. And he jumped at the chance. He disappears for a few minutes and comes back with 4 of these consoles. I'm not going to lie, they are caked in dust, and I'm fairly certain most of them haven't been opened. I think one has though. So in this video we're going to look at all 4 consoles, give them a really good clean and check to see if there's any other issues. He did say he didn't know if there was anything wrong with them. They've basically been in storage for the last couple of months, if not a little bit longer. So yeah, they're proper filthy. So I'm going to get my hands dirty in this video, very dirty I would imagine. So we're going to get into them, we're going to go through, see what the issues are, give them a good clean, and hopefully we'll have 4 working Xbox One consoles to return to him. Hopefully spur some more repair opportunities for his business. So let's get into it, let's get them open and let's have a look, see what we're dealing with here. So Xbox One number 1 does in fact turn on. There is power to it. Is there a disc? There is no disc. And we have a working Xbox One. Now I'm going to do some more testing with this just to make sure that everything is okay on it. Okay, so this is Xbox number 2. So hopefully you'll be able to see whether or not it turns on. So that's got a disc in it. Let's take the disc out. We have FIFA. That's actually good because we now have a test disc for all the consoles. I'll be able to test that other one off camera just to make sure that the disc drive works. It is displaying on the screen, as you can see. On to Xbox number 3. And we'll power it on. Okay, so we get the chime. That's good. Controllers syncing and hooking up. Do we get a display? Yes, we do. Okay, that has started up really well. Doesn't have a disc in it. Let's test the disc drive. That's not good. Let's try that again. We have a disc drive issue. That's not taking in the disc the way it should. Interesting. So that's a disk drive issue. We're going to have to sort that. Let's connect it up to the internet and see if we can get any kind of response from that. Absolutely fine. That is connecting okay. It's also going to tell me it's time to update, I would imagine. Update. We'll skip and stay offline for now. Definitely a disk drive issue. I mean, that is not taking a disc the way it should. That's now off. This is the final Xbox number 4. Let's see if it switches on. We get a light and a sound, and we get a display on the screen, which you can see there. Getting the slightest aroma of chip fat. It is not a surprise because the gaming lounge do food, and damn good food at that. But let's check the disk drive, make sure that works. Is it recognizing it? It is. It is absolutely recognizing it. It's there. Disk drive is working okay. Let's see if it goes onto the old internet. Okay, that has connected to the internet absolutely fine. It's not telling me it's time to update, but I've got a feeling it's about to. There we go. So really, that's working absolutely fine as well. This needs a damn good clean. So we've got one Xbox that has a disk drive issue, and the rest just seem to be working, and will probably just need a good clean. We've got a couple of loose HDMI ports, but I'm going to see what I can do with each of those as we progress. Now, I'll be doing one of these consoles at a time. I'm not going to go nuts. We're going to attempt one at a time, and I think it's a good idea to maybe start with the one with the disk drive issue. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so this is the first one we're going to look at. I'm just going to make a note of the serial numbers and what's wrong with this console. Okay, so I've noted down the serial number of this one just to make sure that I know which console is which. They all have the ID numbers that the company uses anyway on them. What we're going to do is we're going to one by one go through these Xbox consoles. We're going to give them a really good clean. Not only have they been very, very well used, they've also been sat in storage for a good long time. So they're going to be incredibly dirty and dusty, and occasionally smelly. I'll try and make it so you can see as much as possible. Okay, so we're going to start by removing the top cover of said console, and we're going to have a look inside and see how bad it is. This is pretty filthy. This happens on all consoles, whether it's a home console or a business console. It will happen on all consoles. I've got a funny feeling that my desk is going to be so filthy after this. So we're going to break the seal, run nice and straight through the seal. And there we have, the top is off now. Quite dusty in here. I'm not going to lie, that is quite gross. I do have a vacuum on the way. We are going to look at the heatsink as well. I'm going to check the hard drive is okay. It seems quite solid. And we're going to remove the disk drive as well. So I am going to just disconnect the disk drive, because that's where all our woes are with this one. So let's take that out. There we go. Starter it is. So we've got some work to do on this drive. The Xbox will have a nice good clean. Hopefully I'll get it repasted as well, and that will be, it will look a hell of a lot better. I've got to deal with this console in terms of just, obviously it's so filthy and dusty, but just look at all that under there. I mean, that's just, yeah, that's going to need a serious clean.
And as expected, dry. That is dry as a bone. It's very tacky, and we actually have here a really dry spot on the old APU there. So you're going to use, I mean, look at the amount of dust that's on this. This is just absolutely unreal, the way it's just all clumped together. Look at that. Absolute mess. Right, this is the last of my MX4 that I have today. I'm hoping there's going to be enough, so bear with me. I'll try for a perfect amount of paste. Several days later.
Okay, so this roller here is pretty filthy. Let me see if I can zoom in for you and show you. It is not looking great at all, so I'm going to give this a clean. I'm also going to get underneath here and give all this as much of a clean as possible. For this cleaning, I'm going to be using some IPA and a cotton bud, or a Q-tip as you call it in America, and I'm just going to completely clean this rubber. This is actually really, it is really filthy. Give it a bloody good clean. I bet you this hasn't been cleaned once in its life. I mean, just look how filthy that cotton bud is. I know it's rubber, and you will be picking up some rubber on the IPA, but that is quite horrendous. Pretty clean, actually. I need to keep it turning. They're already looking a lot cleaner. Some residue from the towel on there. A bit more. Yeah, a little bit more. I'm going to go all throughout here, around here. I'm fairly certain you can push this down and get in between that space as well. Give that a good clean. It's not too bad. Belts look okay for the most part. All pins seem okay. Everything there looks good. Mechanism, like I say, seems to move freely. It's not too bad. All the teeth are intact. The cog teeths all look intact to me. Everything looks like it should work. A little bit of fraying on this belt, but I don't think that's going to bother it too much. Alright, let's get this back together and we'll see if that did literally anything at this point. Now very carefully connect this ribbon cable and this one. Apologise for my head. And then finally this one. Well, that's as much as I can do with this, so we're going to put it back together and see if that has solved our woes. Okay, so we've got the Xbox back together. I've switched it on. It doesn't have the Wi-Fi card, so I'm not doing anything with the actual onboard dashboard or anything like that. I've not got a controller plugged in. I'm literally testing the drive. Now, this FIFA 20 disc that came with one of the Xboxes, it doesn't work. It's not installing. I'm fairly certain it is the disc itself because I've installed other games and it does work. Xbox One games, however, I've still waiting for one to arrive so I can test it. I don't actually have any Xbox One games. I'm more of a PlayStation guy, as you probably know. But this disc works to a degree. Just for reference, I have had the same issue with other discs. It doesn't matter what disc I put in, I get the same symptoms. So let's give this a go, see if that clean worked. That went in absolutely fine. I mean, I could try adding some grease to all the points. I mean, it is performing loads better than it did. Let's tilt the Xbox a bit. I'm going to put it back together, see if it keeps doing this, and if it keeps performing, then the parts just need greasing. Let's shut it down, put it back together. Move it around a bit, give it some action. and go from there, I think. We're moving it around now, just flipping it over. Oh, I forgot to put the Wi-Fi card back in. Now, that's had a fair amount of movement. Let's see if it has remained functional throughout all that. That has. That works absolutely fine now. And what do you know? That's actually working fine. Just a little bit of a clean inside the rollers. And it would seem that is working just dandy now. And there you have it. Fantastic. Right, so just to cap it all off, I'm going to remove this sticker and give this front plate a bit of a clean. It's a very old sticker by the looks of it. God, this is going to be a nightmare. Well, that's the end of part one. I can't possibly squeeze the other 3 Xboxes into this video. It would just go on for far too long. So I'm going to make a part 2. Possibly a part 3 as well. We shall see. We'll see how that goes. If you did like this video, then please consider subscribing. It would be greatly appreciated. As people know, I'm trying to build this channel and I'm trying to build my experience and my knowledge base. So it'd be really helpful if you did hit that subscribe button. Also, I'd really appreciate it if you would show some love to your local gaming lounge. Places where you can go play board games, console games. It's great for kids' parties and stuff like that. Gaming lounges are popping up all over the country now, and I think they're fantastic little businesses, and they are run by such wonderful people. The gaming lounge in which these Xboxes came from, the owner has put a great amount of faith in me and my channel, so I really appreciate that from him as well. Please show your support for these businesses. Now, like I said, if you like the video, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And until part 2, you look after yourselves, you look after one another, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.